First, we want to say that we just want to make sure that you all know that we try our hardest to bring you honest and always positive RV campground tours and reviews. We do not intend in the slightest to become a negative RV channel or campground review channel or negative drama channel. We'll say it like this: if there's a campground we wouldn't recommend, you just won't see it on our channel. It's that simple. We have grown tremendously in the last year, specifically around 15,000 new subscribers. So that's amazing. And we're so grateful that y'all have joined our party. We've taken on some new sponsors and we're so grateful for the opportunities that we've been given along this YouTube journey. And we know you love our campground tours. You guys book just about everything we recommend. And so we're left a little confused by this approach from management. We'll get to that. Just know that behind the scenes, we were made aware for the first time ever that some campgrounds don't love us being there. We've learned a lot, and in that learning, we've learned that verbal exchanges apparently aren't enough to cover your bases, so to speak. And so now we've moved to written agreements to be able to even film and still bring you guys highlights from the best places to stay.
So we're not going to say what campground it was, but we're going to give you kind of the reason for this video. We went to a campground back in the spring and did a tour of it, and it was a really fun and good tour, very positive. And the ownership, or the manager, I don't know if he owns it or not, but the manager called us, basically let us know that he was real displeased because we didn't have anything in written permission, accused us of stealing copyrighted photos, which we did not, accused us of recording a phone call, which we did not. And so we took that tour down.
Basically, the rundown of what happened went like this. 3 months after said video was released and got over 10,000 views, we received a phone call. During that call, we, along with any YouTuber who filmed this property, were being made aware that we were breaking the law in these several different areas. 1, filming private property without written permission. 2, stealing copyrighted material, which was explained to mean scrolling the campground website and showing their logo. 3, stealing drone footage, which we did not. We have a license and take our own drone footage. 4, having other people casually in the background of the video. The confusing part was the management went on to say they actually liked the video and we could keep it up if we just agreed to sign a written agreement, which I will not disclose a few questionable lines that were included in the agreement they sent us. Now, I don't know any person in their right mind who would want to continue promoting a business after that conversation, but the solution to the issue seemed crystal clear to us. Take the video down and forget about ever camping there again. Now, I want to be totally transparent that this manager did in fact say that he was just trying to help us and wanted the best for our channel. But with the given circumstances, any person would feel the situation was completely uncomfortable and the best thing to do was remove the video.
We avoid drama at almost all cost. And we watch some of these YouTube people that pop up and they're, very negative, very in your face about stuff. And then, or they're, everything's broken and everything sucks. And I watch these, I'm like, why are you, if it's so bad, why are you even here? And so that's not how we are. And
if RV life sucks so bad, why are you RVing?
Yeah, I'm like, go do something else. Life is too short to be miserable.
But we also, in saying that, we also get that business model and what performs well on media and YouTube. Mm-hmm. But to each their own, that ain't who we are.
No, we avoid it like the plague. And honestly, like if you ever run into us, there's a high chance that we're going to look exactly like we look now. If you run into me at Home Depot in the town we live in, I'm probably going to have shorts and a Carhartt t-shirt on and a pair of flip-flops. That's just who we are. But anyway, to go back to what I was saying is like, these people were not very friendly and they reprimanded us for not asking for permission, which we actually did, but I guess we didn't ask the right person. And we just thought, you know what? We took the video down and we're moving on, and we will not recommend that campground. And I'll be honest with you, because we don't do negative tours, if we go someplace that we think sucks, we just don't tell you about it, because there's no point in being drama-filled about anything because life is too short.
Well, and not everyone's opinions of an experience is the same. Mm-mm. Not everyone's experience is the same. Mm-mm. We actually had a great positive experience.
Had a good time.
And then we realized that months later, things can quickly change. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we don't want our experience to be your experience. And so really it has nothing to do with staying there. So there's really no reason, that's what we're saying. There's really no reason for us to come back and be like, well, we just don't recommend this place anymore. No, what we're saying is we are taking a higher road to just back out of a very uncomfortable situation that we don't want to be in based on the interactions that we were faced with. And we just decided, you know what, we're not going to continue in any kind of forward relationship with this situation or opportunity.
Or campground.
Let's just remove the content and
call it a day.
Call it a day. And because of the approach on the way that the things were handled, I feel like the tour needed to be removed, and therefore also our recommendation is being removed along with that.
A big part of our campground tours and places we recommend, it's like, there's like 3 or 4 things we look for. Things to do around the campground, how nice the campground is. And a big part of that is how friendly the staff is. And so that being said is like, we know that you guys like our campground tours. And I say this all the time to people I know, and it's not that I think we are anything special, but I do think that we do, as far as RV resort campground tours go on YouTube, I think we do
a pretty good, thorough job.
Yeah, I think we do.
You guys tell us that.
Do as good as anybody. And so, you know, it's just going to be harder moving forward after this experience because, you know, we have to have something in writing for us to do it. And we just have to, whether it's through email or a signed contract or something like that, saying, we're going to tour your stuff. We're going to take some video and we're going to say what you want you to say. And it's going to be a generally positive review or no review at all. This guy just really ruined a lot of stuff for us.
It's not ruined. I feel like
changed.
It's changed, but the positive side to it is we are definitely learning. There's some definite positive learning curves to this situation. And I think that any RV YouTuber out there listening and watching, just be prepared that not everyone loves creators to highlight their business. And there is a certain way of doing things. Legally, yes, but also under fair use, yes. This was a totally positive review. I think our viewers are probably going to comment and agree in the comments that we don't do negative reviews. And again, I don't know how to stress this enough. If we truly wouldn't stay there, we just wouldn't even be filming the place. I'm just not interested in drama. I'm not interested in that kind of viewership. I'm not interested in what that kind of approach to any business brings. I don't know if y'all have ever left like a negative Google review, but they're public. And you know, sometimes it puts a bad reflection on you. And so what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be truthful. We are simply saying that we are not going to be a negative review channel. That's as simple as it is.
This world is filled with so much drama and negativity and just bullshit. It's
what we tell our kids all the time. Mentally, each day, you decide what's going on up in here. You're going to have a good day or you're going to have a crappy, depressed day.
Yes.
You know? You decide.
And so, like I say, with that being said, it's just like we don't do that work, and it's that way. Like we get bombarded with stuff to promote and push and things that we look for, and for us, because we have very much built O&A around our recommendations and positivity and things like if we don't have the opportunity to get to know the person behind the product, we're not interested. And it could be the greatest thing ever, but it's about the relationship.
And if they don't agree, they want to pitch to us and they want us to push their product or service or whatever, but they don't want to get on a phone call with us or a Zoom call, it's a definite no.
Not interested.
And we're the same way how we operate in our business.
What I do, for instance, is I have several employees, and it's all about the culture of the business and the relationships of the people you work with. You gotta like who you work with. You know, I always kind of joke. If I hire someone, the number one rule that I use to hire someone is if I'm at an airport bar and I'm stuck at a layover or miss a flight and I got to hang out with this person at that bar for 4 hours, are we going to walk out of that bar laughing or wanting a fist fight? And if I think we're more toward the laughing side, then it's probably going to be a more positive interview for that person. And it's the same way that we deal with our sponsors. Our sponsors that we work with, we have been on calls with them. We've got to know them. It's stuff that we believe in and stuff that we use. We don't pitch stuff that we don't use or think that you guys would like. And that's just who we are. And, you know, there's stuff that rolls out that I look at, I'm like, that's really cool. I have no idea what I would do with this, and no reason to not pitch it, but there's no reason to show it to you because I don't think it fits who we are.
Speaking about like connection and like learning who people really are, that being said, again, in no way do we want our experience to sway your decisions. So that's why we're not going to name the resort. Although I have to say that we are not the only YouTubers being reprimanded for filming this place either. So that's got to say something. It's not just about what Our Next Adventure did. They clearly don't want anyone doing anything. That's just some of the like dark side of running a YouTube channel. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. There's a lot to learn, and we are learning. And we're trying to be, in this conversation, as genuine as we can so we can still continue to bring you the content you guys want to see. This is why we started ONA and veered off into the RV niche. Because if you go way back on our channel, please don't, but if you do, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just in the travel niche. We were like filming Marriotts, we were having fun, whatever, skiing, whatever. And then we were like, okay, we RV a whole lot more than we do this other kind of vacationing. Let's just keep it RV niche. We literally wanted to start doing content, bringing better campground information, because that's what we wanted to see.
Correct.
We ourselves would search YouTube and be like, okay, I have to watch 15 different videos to get this piece from this piece from this, to find out if I even want to book the place. And so that's why we try to keep our videos very specific and on point when we do them. You know, the bike tour, the favorite sites, the likes and dislikes.
Things to do.
So you know exactly what to expect and where to find most of the information, as much as we can give you. We still want to bring that kind of content to you, but now we're going to do it in a little more of a calculated
risk type assessment.
Less risk.
Yeah, we have to assess. It just boils down to, because this one campground and the way that they're treating not only us but other YouTubers, and we've reached out to some channels much bigger than us who said they had similar experiences with management. Like, we have to, we just have to make sure we dot our I's and cross our T's, which sucks because if we go somewhere that's really cool and we don't have some sort of permission in writing, you're not going to get to see it.
Yeah, a lot of times we try to contact these places in advance to get permission in advance, have this conversation in advance. But when it happens last minute, and maybe we just choose to go somewhere for the weekend last minute, and maybe there's just a quick verbal exchange, we're going to have to be a little more on our toes about that and have a quick, serious conversation with the campground or management or ownership, because we need it in writing from this point on.
To me, it presents a couple of problems as well. It's like, one, we'd almost rather them say, hey, it's cool that you do this, and then not interact with us, because that lets us give you guys a kind of more honest review. Yeah. Versus a campground saying, hey, this channel's coming and they do campground reviews, let's roll out the red carpet for them, because that is not what we want. We want to give you, like, if you go camp here, this is what your site's going to look like, this is what the on-site whatever looks like, and this is what's to do around it. And it's just a camping experience from us that is just a camping experience. And so, this whole thing presents a whole new set of issues that we have to just navigate through with you guys.
So I'm going to read from my notes here because I don't want to mess this up. I know this sounds like scripted, but I really wanted to word this in a way that like is said correctly. So we want to continue to bring you this content, is what we're saying, just with a more solid approach to our interactions, which actually benefits you guys anyway. Because at least you'll know that if it's been seen on our channel, the management knows we were there, they actually wanted us there, gave us permission to film, and they're probably pleasant to deal with all around. And that's all good information that you should probably need to know, right?
And it goes back to, like what I said earlier, one of the big keys of any campground for us to do a review is how well they treat their people, how nice the staff is.
All of that being said, we also want to be transparent about how our beginner hobby channel turned into business channel makes money. First, we want to say we don't get paid by most campgrounds.
Nope.
We spend our own money and again give a thorough tour based on what we would have wanted to see. Now, some places will offer us a free night or 2 or 3, but guys, that's about it. We want you to know that we are so grateful for those opportunities, because even if we get to stay for free and they verbally agreed that we could film it and do a review or whatever, film whatever, they love it. They're usually so excited we're there. That being said, logically, when you think about it, just a free night or two just isn't going to cover the expense of even pulling the camper to that destination. So if that's all campgrounds offer to creators, which has been our experience to date.
And not all of them even offer us that. I mean, a lot of them we just go because
some just say no.
And we go because it's somewhere that we want to go. So this is what it is.
Yes, they will literally say, we don't work with creators. You're welcome to stay here, buy your own, bookings, and film whatever you want to film. Thank you, by the way, for filming. Mm-hmm. But we don't work with creators, which basically means we don't compensate creators in exchange for video marketing material.
Which is fine. I mean, everybody has their own business model.
Yes, and all that to say that is why a lot of times you'll see maybe some other channels backing away from campground tours. Forgive me for saying it like this, but it's not paying the bills, right? It's not paying the expenses to run the business. So we've got to find other content to film and other sponsors and brands to work with and other streams of income to bring in to keep the channel up and running. Again, let me read from my notes here so I don't mess this up. I know this is strange, but we're just being real with y'all, okay? Not everything on YouTube is what you see. Sometimes you have to take notes, okay? Because you forget when that camera's turned on and the red light's staring you in the face, you're like, what was I gonna say? So it's not that campgrounds don't want to fairly compensate creators. I think it's honestly a lot of this creator marketing is still newish. They're learning how to market their business with video, how much that truly costs, which types of creators they want to work with. There's UGC content. There's long form video content. Which platform do they want to invest in? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube? Which creator? We don't know. Maybe they just want to do short, 1 to 3 minute integrations. Every business that invests in marketing through using a YouTube creator or influencer. I don't like that word, but I like the word creator. That's how this feels to me. I'm more of a creator, definitely not an influencer. Even though y'all book everything we say you should go book, I'm gonna go with creator, okay? And then they're also considering confusing subscriber counts versus view count and fake subscriber counts and view counts. Mm-hmm. Don't even get me started there. Let's just clear the record right now. Jarrett and I do not pay for subscribers or views.
And there's a lot of channels that are bigger channels that do. You get into this, it's eye-opening.
To each their own, and y'all do you, but we ain't doing that. So campgrounds, you know what? Some are private, some are bigger. What do you call them? The bigger companies.
Corporate.
They're all figuring out how to market too. Y'all know that in the last 5 years, all of this still is very newish, right? Working with creators, all that kind of stuff.
And honestly, some of them are like, we'll just tell them they can do it and we won't give them a site because they're going to do it anyway, so why pay them?
That's exactly what I was going to say. A lot of times they see that YouTubers, they're going to come and film it anyway. So why would they pay for that? But let me tell you why you should, just in case you're considering it. Campgrounds and RV resorts, pick a creator that knows what they're doing, that runs their business like a business, who has integrity, honesty, a good positive relational exchange. You jive with them well. What you want for your marketing and for your business matches what they can meet your need and do. They've got honest view counts. They are consistent with their community. Quality content, meaning they have an editor or they have good editing, even if they do it themselves. It's quality content going to a quality paying audience. Those are creators I would totally seek out. And if I were a campground owner or RV resort owner, I would be loving for those YouTube. I would be reaching out to those YouTube creators, asking them to come and paying for their stay and compensating for the marketing material.
But they don't. Let's be honest, they don't. Haven't yet anyway.
Oh, it's worth it, because if you just read through the comments of a 80,000 view campground tour video, I can't tell you how many people booked it that week.
Right. Why's our phones ringing so
There's
much?
a return on investment there.
100%.
Just for a little behind the scenes confirmation to support what we're telling you here, this is a quick view of our media kit. This page here shows our brands and sponsors exactly what our viewers are saying. Well, we are on our first 2025 big RV adventure on the route that you planned out. What do I mean by that, you ask? Well, check out our plans. 30 days at Tropic Hideaway, Disney for my wife's birthday, Hilton Head RV National Resort, and I stop over at Anchored Down RV Resort on the way back to Indiana. Oh, I forgot to say, plus one stop over at the Tampa show to introduce myself and my wife to you both, just to simply say hello. Now, if that wasn't enough to back up that our viewers trust us to book the best places we're sharing and recommending, we'll just keep reading. We literally have thousands of comments from our viewers telling us they book and purchase what we recommend. We want to express that we recognize the position of responsibility that puts on us to bring you guys honest experiences, and that we're doing our due diligence to the brands and sponsors that want to work with us. We don't just serve up fluff. And the point we're trying to make here is that this whole YouTube thing is quite the learning process, and we want to do things right and correctly so a situation like this doesn't arise again. So if that means we now have to have written agreements to be able to share our best experiences with you guys, then that's what we'll do. Because clearly you all want this type of content. And we're not going to let one awkward experience with a place that couldn't see. We're just trying to bring positive opportunities for both our viewers and campground owners rob you all of that. Our viewers just want to have a good time. And that's all we've ever tried to deliver on our channel. So there's a lot to be said behind all of that. And I know this video is probably feeling long. Again, transparency to our community. That's who's still watching this at this point. So thank you. We just want you to know that we don't fight too hard for those partnerships because they're just not there yet. And we have to chase other avenues of income instead to keep this channel running.
This has become a business because we're trying to bring in some money so that we can travel more to bring you guys more content. And so it's kind of like a catch-22. So it's not such a thing as like, well, we're trying to get rich off YouTube. That's not it at all. We're just trying to keep the channel going so we can keep bringing you the stuff that you guys tell us you love. And honestly, for me, when you look at the business side of YouTube, it's so that we can grow this community because that's the part we enjoy. You know, it takes money to do meetups. It takes money to do trips, to go places. You know, I'll give you a 3-night stay, but I spent $700 in diesel fuel to get there and $700 on the way back. It's not a free stay. So, you know, and all that costs money. And it has to come from somewhere.
Right, and all that to say too that let me just cover this base right now. There ain't no getting rich on YouTube.
No.
It is work. And if you haven't learned by now, it is a business. If you are starting a YouTube channel thinking that one video is just gonna pop off and all it takes is that one video for it to snowball and trickle into $1 million. Boy, are you wrong. It is running a business. You are an entrepreneur and there are expenses involved and there is hard work involved and there is working for free for a long time before you make $1. And that is the truth behind running a YouTube channel. Now, you can do it as a hobby, but don't expect anything in return if you're doing it on your own terms, posting what you want to post, not building a community, not giving viewership what they want to see. You're just posting what you want to film. Ain't gonna work. And we can, that's a whole nother topic that I didn't really want to get into, but since you covered trying to get rich on YouTube, like it's really not a thing. And those people who strike it rich based off luck or based off they started when they were 4 years old, that's another story.
Or the people who tell you how to get rich on YouTube, who aren't rich themselves, but are just trying to get enough people to see that maybe it's a mess. Anyway.
Just know that there are channels with millions of subscribers who do not make much money. And you would be like, what? No, it's true. Look at their view count. Has it dived? Has it taken a nosedive in the last 4 years or however? Like, I mean, it's not what you think. I will wrap that piece up by saying this. There's a lot of YouTubers out there, not just the RV niche, any niche, who think that chasing the algorithm is going to be their avenue to striking it big. And boy, are you in for a long haul and you're gonna burn out. Because when you finally realize that chasing views and chasing the algorithm just isn't what builds the business behind the business, you have to build the business behind the business. And if you don't build a community in a place where you get returning viewers, in a place where people can connect, it's just way harder to do than you think. But when you do those things, the numbers will chase you. So moving on to another topic, we are learning how to build other streams of income to keep the channel running. We want these things to bring you value while also giving you a chance to support the channel. And you guys have already shown us like tremendous interest in some of those things. Like we've done so far it's little stuff right now, but again, we're learning.
The RV road ready checklist. As I like to say, the great 20th century urban philosopher Ice Cube said, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And The RV Adventure Anytime deck, we put that one together for you. That was a fun, challenging thing that we've done in a couple of our videos.
One of them, what you want to see anymore.
And we will have to film some more of those, won't we?
Yeah, because the one that we did the best job with it is no longer on YouTube.
No, I think our Hilton Head National one was a way funner challenge when we spent $155 on a piece of salmon.
The Wagyu, the sea.
That deck of card game, whatever challenge game, is really fun. And that is something that is for you guys to have fun with too, but also supports the channel. Check the links in the description. You guys can download all that stuff, have some fun with your families. The challenge, we will say, is not like Mr. Beast throw a Lamborghini off the cliff type stuff, okay? So don't worry. This is like challenges that real people would actually do without feeling silly or stupid, but like get you out of your camping chair, okay? Go have fun and adventure.
Get you moving.
And soon we have another one coming. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, it is going to be an RV kitchen companion. It is not done, I'm gonna tell you that right now, but I'm working on it. It's almost done, and you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be so valuable for those people who need maybe a little bit of meal planning help, for those who want to eat well, okay, but still enjoy the trip. That's the whole motto behind it, and I think you guys are gonna love it, so that's coming soon too. It's a ton of recipes and meal planning, and you're gonna love it. So subscribe and stay tuned.
I'm just gonna throw this on there. She has worked her butt off on this. I'm really proud of her for that. And
Thank you.
And the cool part about this is even like someone like I don't like, I can make hamburgers and hot dogs and omelets. That's about where my repertoire stops. And I can make a mean hamburger helper. But because of this list thing that she's got set up, or this companion she has set up, it actually gives you like a shopping list. So someone even like me can do it. So if I can do it, guys, you can do it too.
That's a great idea. I'm giving you the day before grocery list at this point. Done. Thank you. See, that's what this video's purpose is about.
To give me more stuff to do?
Yes, yes.
Well, cool. You can set the camper up and get it ready to go the day before we leave. We'll just trade.
Okay. We'll just trade rolls. That's our next video too. That's a popular one, right? Trade rolls. Well, it's not a bad idea because we need to learn how to do stuff. You need to learn how to do stuff. I'm excited. I have been working hard. That being said, there is also another way you guys can support us, and that is by following my new Dinner TBD channel. Now, I started this back in January of, what year is it, 2025? It's now September. So it's not new, it's 9 months old. But it's new because I'm just now beginning to build it, right? And some of you have come over and I love that. But I need to tell you that I've niched down within the cooking niche. We are now an outdoor grilling channel. It's been so much fun. And so this channel is about learning to grill outside, okay? Not being intimidated by that grill anymore. If you're new to grilling, you want to learn how to grill, guess what? Me too. And so come over and join. And we're grilling out back at home, and we're grilling at the campground. And so there's a lot to be said about that too, because couldn't we just grill at the campground on O&A? Well, yes, but it goes back to all the things we talked about YouTube. There's so much depth to running a YouTube channel. If we started cooking on our channel, we would lose a lot of y'all. Our retention would go way down, and you'd think, no, you wouldn't. We'd watch. I know some of you would, but a lot wouldn't, because they're here for RV content. That's why I originally was like, we're just gonna just start a different channel completely. And it occurred to me that we've always wanted to get better at grilling, and we've always wanted to play more with the Traeger and the Pit Boss, and now we have a Weber kettle grill, and we're charcoal grilling, and there's like smoke and all this. And it acts as a sister channel to O&A, because what RVer doesn't also like to cook outside? We just want to say that if you are an RV resort or a campground watching this and you do want to work with creators, feel free to reach out to us. Our email is in the About section.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, our audience really loves these tours, and we like doing them as well. We clearly like to camp, and then our audience clearly likes to watch the RV resort tours. If you're an RV resort, we'll look and see if you're a good fit. And if you're one of our subscribers and you think there's an RV resort we should do, let us know.
We'll check them out, see if they're a good fit for the channel and for our audience for sure.
We know you guys like bougie stuff, so trust me, we're going somewhere nice if we're gonna film it for you.
Yeah, we do want to say too that if you're a viewer and you are maybe interested in learning more about starting a YouTube channel or an RV YouTube channel, please comment below with just a raised hand, or say, I'm interested in learning about growing a YouTube channel. We are interested in that feedback because we may possibly put something together in the near future. We're building a small community coming up soon for you guys, and that may be a piece that's going to be a part of that tighter knit, more intimate community. We're considering putting together a mini course that can save you a ton of time and possibly a lot of money by maybe cherry picking the things that we've learned that work without all the noise and the rest of the fluff that can sometimes come along with these bigger learn how to do YouTube courses. So comment below if this is something that you might want to learn from us, because we've learned a lot in 5 years, we'll tell you that. And it hasn't just been from this channel.
There's a lot of channels that I watch that I see that they do things that I would love to do, but honestly, I'm just not going to copy them. And neither, that's not what Valerie and I are going to do. That's not who we are. We've never paid for a sub. We've never done any of that stuff. We've done it the old fashioned, built a unique channel to us. Let's be our own people, build our own channel. Let's not copy other channels. Let's do it correctly. And that's why we've had the growth that we've had. It's just because we're just trying to be very unique to who we are.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said there about what kind of things you could avoid that could help you grow faster. Because again, like we said earlier in the video, it's building the business behind the business. And your unique business is your unique business, not someone else's unique business. So copying what someone else is doing won't work. So if you're doing that, you can stop right now because you're just going to burn out.
Yeah, and I think too, you know, like I say, I mean, you know, so there's things like, and I'll just kind of go off on a tangent here. There's projects that I have that other YouTube channels that we're friends with have done that I didn't want to do because they just did them. So I've got it sitting in the shelf. So it's like, I've got this project, it'll be done in a month or two, that'll come out. Let's give them some time to kind of get past their videos before we drop that video.
It's hard because in a niche like the RV niche, we're all doing the same thing. So it's not necessarily that you're copying by covering the same topic as much as maybe copying by taking someone's style or someone's logo or someone's channel banner, or like literally trying to just copy paste what they do. You have to find your own style. Correct. Is what we're saying. But that's just an example of some things that we
noticed and we've seen, and things that we've
that we can help you learn to avoid, so you're not wasting years of your life trying to figure all this out. So comment below if that's something you're interested in. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you on our next adventure.
See you guys.